Oh, that's it? That's funny. Hey there, everyone. That's so funny. My name is Monkey Strapper from the Guys Who Play Games. And I'm here with some Pokemon Crystal, because why not? I've been having like a serious Pokemon itch lately, and it's like, Crystal's my favorite, so why not? I don't think that... Well, I guess maybe that's just part of the thing. I'm playing on speed choice, which basically means it's like an optimized version of the game. Speeds up a lot of stuff. And it comes with other like little things, but we'll keep like this, I guess. And I tend to default to frame 6. And we'll leave all this stuff off. Sure. This will be more... I mean, I did do that, the whatchamacallit, the randomizer, like, how many years ago? Was that my name here? Because why not? We'll just set it to good old Mosh. I did the randomizer, like, how many years ago? But that was, like... how many years ago, and it's a totally different experience playing the actual game. I'm gonna be doing some funky stuff too. Normal, easy to turn on. Like, there's a bunch of options here for like these are intended for like randomizers and stuff. I mean, we'll turn on rods always work because that's just like quality of life. Because in the vanilla game, I think it's like 50-50 for rod works. Early Kanto decks. Wait, what do you mean early Kanto decks? Oh, you can also do metronome only. That's fun. That'd be fun to do just like solo for. Well, I mean, it's more of a race thing, but I mean, it would be funny. Move animations off. Definitely want the animations of bike indoors off. Fast spells off. Random wilds off. Sure, we're good. Just everything's normal. I'm just playing Speedy Boy. What time is it? We'll set it to... I mean, I guess actually it is midnight for me. I was gonna say I'll set it to nighttime because I want to catch you know, the old Poliwag early because it's just like a nice thing to get for like HMs. Hello, it's the world of Pokemon. I always thought it was kind of funny that like Elm is such a bit player in this game in some ways. Like, he doesn't even get to be in the intro. The freaking Oak steals his thunder. And I mean, to be fair, that's because a lot of what, like, this is gonna come up a lot, but Gen 2, I think people often have this idea about Gen 2 that like you know, the most common complaint you'll hear about these games, well, there's like two ones. It's also the level curve, but the most common... Is it daylight savings? No, I'm gonna say no. Sure, whatever. The most common complaint you'll hear, outside of, you know, the level curve is a little wonky in some places, is... the big one is the fact that many of the new Pokemon are just, like, very hard to actually, like, find. And that's... a big reason for that, really, it does just kind of come down to the fact that the Gen 2 games were never really, like, seen. Like, they weren't intended to be like, oh, it's you know, it's a new region, whatever. It kind of treats it as just, it's the sequel to Gen 1, you know what I mean? Anyways, I'm definitely picking Totodile to start with, because I'm not actually going to use the starter as part of the team, but we'll stick with Totodile at the start because he's the fastest. Like, Totodile's just, like, such a good, like, you know, if you watch a speedrun, you know, they'll tell you, you know, Totodile's early game is insane. Like, Rage is so strong in this game compared to every other generation. It's kind of funny how much stronger Rage is, because every other game, Rage is just, oh, you get an attack boost or whatever, but in this game, it actually, like, boosts the power of the move, and it boosts it, like, a decent amount. Like, it actually scales pretty well. Actually, no. Wait. I gotta do one thing. Let's talk to the rival. We gotta get our face kicked in. I love that in this game only, the rivals just like he actually like kicks you around and stuff. Like, it's funny. It's one of those things, you know. But yeah, no, like these games are not like people tend to like, I think, judge them based on how future games kind of work. And like a big one is obviously the fact that, you know, later games always tended to make like not all the new Pokemon, but they tend to put a lot of emphasis on certain new Pokemon. Like they like to, you know, have a bunch of like new Pokemon early on. But like even in this game, it's like, or I guess in this game, it's like even in like the first route, it's like if you're playing at nighttime, you'll see Hoothoot, and obviously in the daytime you'll see Sentret, but you'll also, you know, see a lot of Pidgeys and Rattatas, especially in Crystal, because Crystal really leaned into the day-night cycle. So there's a lot more Pokemon that only show up at certain times of day. Like that, it's actually a funny thing to think about. That Gold Silver actually doesn't actually use the day-night cycle for all Pokemon all that much. Like it'll change the encounter rates of everything, but like Crystal added just like a lot more Pokemon that only show up at certain times of day. Like, you know, like the obvious one, like the nighttime Poliwag that shows up on the Route 30 and 31, and like also even on this route, there's the whatchamacallit. I forget if it's only in the morning, but I know at least in the daytime. At some point, there's the whatchamacallit, oh, what's its name? Why can't I remember its name now? The grass thing, Skiploom, Jumpluff. Why can't I remember the evolved ones, but not the pre-evolve? Hoppip, yeah, the cat, the pseudo cat, dandelion seed, whatever you want to call them, Pokemon. Those things show up in the daytime only. It's hard to tell just from looking, but yeah, like this does run much faster. That's pretty much the main reason I like to use it. I mean, it does come with other stuff, like it shows the move info, but like I don't particularly care about that. To be honest, I actually kind of wish that this game, the speed choice had the option to look purely vanilla, but I mean, whatever. Who cares? I mean, Totodile does definitely get the benefit that it has a good attack set and starts at scratch. Like, it is kind of funny that, like, for a while they didn't really know what to do with Tackle. Like, for the first 3 gens, Tackle is just, like, the worst of the early game basic moves because it's weaker and inaccurate. And then Gen 5 immediately just decided, like, okay, now it's 50 power and pure accurate. And then they finally, in Gen 6, just decided, like, whatever, they're all just the 40 power moves, whatever. Who cares? Yeah, I'll let this guy give me the thing. I do think it's funny that because the map card is based on doing the tutorial, you can just go through the whole game and never have the map. It's funny because it's one of those things that like later games would like, this is like, it's like unthinkable that they wouldn't let you have the map unless you do the tutorial. Like, they wouldn't make this optional, you know what I mean? That's like one of those little things about Gen 2 that's like really nice for replay value, is there's so many little like optional just tutorial things you don't have to do. Like in the remake, like the old man thing is 100% mandatory. Right, you can't get away from that poor guy. You have to let him show you around. And he gives you running shoes, so it's like, he wouldn't really want to miss it anyways. Because the running shoes are kind of a big deal, obviously. They're insane. Because, like, your walking speed in like, later games is so damn slow. Like, I think a lot of people don't even really realize that, like, your walking speed in your walking speed in this game is pretty much about equivalent to your running speed in later games. It's a little slower, but you walk way faster than you run. Like, let me put it like that. What am I saying? The walking speed in later games is extremely slow compared to the walking speed in this game. And then the running speed is only, like, it's a little faster. Although even then, I'm not sure how true that actually is. In Gen 4, it might actually be pretty much the same, just because those games are just kind of slow. We do get to hear that nighttime theme, too. It's one of those funny little things. Like the remakes didn't even include a nighttime wild Pokemon theme, which is like crazy to me. It's like, is it because it's that obscure that they just like didn't remember or just didn't want to bother? Because I forget the exact like how, or I mean I know how they do it, but I don't know exactly what they do to the nighttime theme to make it like, I think it's like they I mean I know how they do it, like it literally just calls the regular wild Pokemon theme and then just just tones down some of the sounds basically to make it sound more mellow. I just don't remember what like the terms are for like the specific like sounds they use. It's like square and like sawtooth waves or something like that. You know, one of the nice things too is I can just hold to mash, which is really nice. Like that's so nice for my fingers, not having to mash constantly. Oh, since we're here, I just thought of this. This is a very obscure thing I don't think a lot of people know about. If you call Professor Elm right now, he actually has a thing right then and there. You can see, like, that's not a big deal, but that phone call only exists for all of like a second because, of course, as soon as you step out, he calls you to tell you he's been robbed, right? Right now, if I phone him, he's gonna be like, "Yo, I just got robbed, dude. We had a Pokemon stolen. How can anyone do that?" Right, so that phone call I just saw exists for all of like a second before it's like erased by another one. Oh, I already drank all my drink. Hey, there's the Polybag. Well, I don't have any balls though. Polybag isn't super common, but it's like 20% or something. Like it's not. I wouldn't say it's rare. It's just, you know, if you're actively looking for it, it'll never show up, of course, because that's how it always goes. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. God. If there's one thing I think the remake really dropped the ball on, it's that so much of the Johto music is just kind of boring. Like, it just doesn't have the same punch to it that the Game Boy games have. Kanto is fine. The Kanto music is all great. Like, all the Kanto remixes are, like, top-notch. But so much of the Johto music is just, like, eh. Just lacks the punch of the Gen 2 games. I don't know what it is. Like, I have, like, this weird saying where it's, like, I think... it's, like, Johto does Kanto better than Kanto, and then Kanto does Johto better than Johto, because... I think some of the best versions of the Johto music is actually in Fire Red Leaf Green, those remixes. Like, the Lake of Rage remix in Fire Red Leaf Green is, like, pretty much the best version of that song, like, for sure. It's so good. Compared to the Heart Gold Soul Silver version, which is just, like, nap o'clock, go to bed. Maybe I'm a little harsh, but it's just, like, I don't know. Hey, Barry. You know, the fun fact about this first rival fight, he's actually hard-coded to not have, like, any held items. For some reason. Like, his Pokemon aren't even given items, but there's like a specific part in the code that actually specifically checks for this specific, like, one of these 3 fights you can have here, and tells the game basically force it to not let him have an item. It's quite odd. Presumably because maybe... My best guess is that at some point it's possible that instead of having like a party for this first fight, he just like referenced the actual like starter or something and just used that instead of having a party. But then they just decided whatever, just give him the party. But they kept the hard-coded exception because that would make sense. Because the Pokemon, right? Your Pokemon is hard-coded to, or like, you know what I mean? Like it's given the berry, but I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. Because otherwise it's kind of weird that they would do that, right? It's one of those oddball things. Alright, give me my Pokeballs. They give you 5 to start with, which is like not nothing, but it's a little flimsy because it's definitely very reasonable to just like use them all in like the first Pokemon. Yeah, we'll talk to Mom. I'll save. Ah, I got the hiccups. Yep, I haven't drinking or eaten anything in how long? Time to get the hiccups. That's me. Classic. Crystal makes so many little changes. Like it's funny to me, like how many little things it does. Like even just like how in your mom's house, right? You have the extra person that shows up at the start. That's just like visiting with your mom, and your mom doesn't interrupt you until you walk by her. Whereas, obviously in the original games, in Gold Silver, they interrupt you the second you step out. Oh, I think I'm about to get interrupted. Alright, I will be right back. Let me just save here. Alright, BRB. Alright, I'm back. Did I pick up this potion? I did. If you're wondering, it's the dog, because of course it is. It's always the dog. It's 1 in the morning. Dog wants out. Nothing will stop him. He'll just sit there and scratch at the door for the next 2 hours, because he's got nothing better to do. Like, it's funny, like, dogs are supposed to sleep more than people do. You wouldn't know it, though, with how endlessly they seem to just never go to sleep. It's because they'll take cat naps, like, throughout the day. Doo-ba-da-ba-ba-boo. Did I pick up that berry? I guess I'll check. I wouldn't... It's been like 5 minutes, I've already forgotten everything. Alright, get scratched, Rattata. As a kid, I used to say it rat-tat-ta. Juicy. I mean, this is one of the best places to grind statty XP, right? Just go to Route 1. Doo-doo-doo-ba-boo. I guess I'll heal. I mean, I'm already here. I'm at speed running, so I don't really care about wasting time. Doo boo 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 boo. Ah, I love the Gen 2 music. Alright, let's see if we can get that Poliwag. And it's not the end of the world because I have the Totodile. It's just Totodile doesn't learn the moves you would want it to learn. Right? It's the funny thing that Totodile feels like in later games it's like Waterfall is its main thing for like how many games, but in Gen 2 it doesn't actually learn Waterfall. So you can't use it as exclusively as your water guy. Alright, I guess I'll save here. And I guess we'll just go scrounging around the grass for a bit. Actually, should I go with the... I think it's slightly more common on the north route, so we'll go up there first. And we'll fight Joey. Youngster Joey, Mr. Rattata guy. Why not? Rage isn't really worth using in these early game fights, just because, like, I defeat it into it, so it's scratch anyways. And it can do that, right? They're very likely to use a status move on turn 1. It's funny to see. Tackle's the funny thing is that Tackle is actually bugged in this game. They actually broke it in the transition from Gold, Silver to Crystal. Because, like, one line of code they messed up. Basically, it causes it to kind of, like, it hits a sprite overflow, I believe, is what happens. So part of the graphic gets, like, blocked out, basically. Something like that. This is a fight where it can be worth raging, just because I think Pidgey literally only knows Tackle at level 2, so you can just rage it and get a free boost. Actually, I'm not sure if Tackle is broken because of a sprite buffer issue or not. I don't remember what exactly it is. It's something to do with the way that the game like copies like certain horizontal like pixels of the sprites in battle. Right, it uses that effect for like a lot of moves that move the sprites around, like Psychic and stuff. Only thing that's really rough with Totodle's early game is it doesn't get Water Gun until I think, I want to say 13? So it doesn't actually have like a good stab move for a while, but like Rage is pretty good, it kind of makes up for it. Just hopefully I don't get poisoned as early on. Because this guy I'm pretty sure has a Caterpie and a Weedle. And it's very likely that this Caterpie uses String Shot and slows you down, so I'm just going to scratch and just hope for the best. He didn't! That's good. That means there's less chance to get poisoned. String Shot can also just miss, so that's always an option too. Oh, he doesn't have a Weedle, right? I guess that's just, what's-his-face up top. I forget what that guy's name is. I have Arnie in my head, but I think that's actually the Venonat guy on the north of Goldenrod. I forget what this other guy's name is. Boo, 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 boo. There's two Pokemon I want to catch in this back, because I also want to catch that Bellsprout. Was that the dog wanting in? Alright, I will be right back again. Alright, we're back. Jeez, man, that dog is such a cocky little asshole, I swear. I don't know what the right word for it would be, but it's like, he's got, like, I guess is it like attitude? It's like you try to let him in and he just slowly walks towards the door while the cold air is coming in. It's Wade, that's his name. Yeah, Arnie's the Venonat guy who phones for the Yanma swarm. Dang. I guess with this much of a level gap, I'm probably going to outspeed regardless, but still. And if another one hits me with a String Shot, that might be annoying. But I Rage. Give me the boost. Nice. There we go. I think after one Rage boost, it's already as strong as Scratch. Actually, it might even be stronger. Let's see. Well, I guess it's hard to tell because I'm hitting a different Pokemon that's higher level, but I mean, that almost one-shots. Hey, we didn't get poisoned. Good enough for me. I'll take it. That puts us at level 10. I think by default your badge level cap is level 10 until you beat. I want to say until you beat. Is it the Zephyr badge that ups it to level 30? Surely you don't have to beat Bugsy to get to level 30. I feel like this is like a common thing in every game where the badge level cap is like pretty much it's meaningless except this is the start of the game when it's like really like strict. Sorry, Polly, I want you, but I want to save before I do that first because I only have 5 balls. So if I waste them all, it's like, well, shucks to shuck, you know. Alright. We're gonna do Faulkner first too, by the way, because I do want that badge. Because we're gonna look for 2 Pokemon. We're gonna get Poliwag for HMs, and then we're gonna look for Bellsprout to trade for Gold Rocky. Because I'm gonna use Rocky. Because yeah, I want to do a more unorthodox team. So we're gonna try to use some Pokemon that don't tend to get used as much. Hey, early Bellsprout, nice. Bellsprout's a little scary right now because obviously it has Vine Whip to start with. Oh jeez. I mean, that's a good crit. That's perfect. I think at that HP, it should be pretty much guaranteed. It's not, it's never 100%, but it's pretty close. Yeah, that's good. Nice. Alright. And remember that in the Gen 2 games, when you finish a wild encounter, the first 4 encounter checks are skipped. So like if you turn and then take 3 steps, you can't get an encounter for the turn or the 3 steps in the Gen 4 game, or in the Gen 2 games. What's weird is that mechanic changes from game to game. In some games, it's just reduced. And in some games, you can't get an encounter. It's weird. Like, it's funny, the remakes, I think, go with the reduced encounter rate. The remakes actually, like, specifically the Heart Gold Soul Silver remakes, I don't think this is in Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum, have actually a pretty cool mechanic. Wow, Ghastly. I can't hit this, though. I literally can't. I don't have Water Gun yet. Specifically, I'm pretty sure the Heart Gold Soul Silver remakes have a mechanic where if you spin around on the spot, your encounter rate actually goes up. Which makes a lot of sense, because if you're doing that, you're probably trying to get an encounter. So it's actually kind of a cool little thing that I'll give props to for the remakes. I think Heart Gold Soul Silver are the only games that do that too, for some reason. They never brought it back. I forget what the encounter rate for Poliwag is. I want to say it's 20%. I might do this off screen if it takes too long. I don't know. We'll see. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna use Rage because I don't want to accidentally like oopsies and like crit it like I did that Bellsprout. No, that's actually kind of a terrible HP value. Whatever. At that range, it's probably like a coin flip for this thing to get in. Hey, we got it. That's good enough for me. We'll call you like Water. We'll just say Water. I don't need to give it a creative name. It's my Water Guy, you know. In fact, that's the name, Water Guy. He's even a dude. If it was a girl, I would have called it Water Gal, you know? Alright. I do also, I'll spoil this, I guess. I do want to get a Dunsparce. I'll use that on my team, but I'm going to wait till I get I can get the phone call, because I do not want to go looking for a 1% right now. As much fun as that sounds, it's no. Please, God, have mercy. Alright, Rocky, let's go. This is something I feel like got toned down like a ton in later games. Like, in the first couple generations, the in-game trades feel like a big deal. And then like in later games, it's just like they're just like nothing. Like, especially Gen 1, like two Pokemon are like only gettable through in-game trades, right? Mr. Mime and Jinx. I think those are the two. I don't think there's another one that you can only get with in-game trades. It's those two, right? Poliwhirl for Jinx, and then Abra for Mr. Mime, and I think, which is it, Yellow, where it's Clefairy instead? One of the versions it's Clefairy instead for Mr. Mime, and it's like, it's cool that those are like two Pokemon you only get through in-game trades, and then it feels like in later games it's like, even in this game I think it's toned down a bit, because like, Rocky's cool, but like even like the first two in-game trades are nice, because then like you also have the Machop in Goldenrod, which is really nice for Whitney. I think this guy's a Bitterberry. Yeah, I remember that. Alright, we'll slap Rocket front for now. We'll see how that works. I think at level 5 you should already have Screech, right? Yeah, so that'll be nice at least. We'll go straight to Faulkner because I want the badge. I don't remember if I have to use, like, if you can't get the level like cap boosted until Bugsy, that kind of like I forgot it's that bad. Surely not, because there's a Rocky speed run, right? Feels like if that was a thing, like that'd be awful, right? To have like the first bit of the speedrun until Bugsy just be like, yeah, you're just fucked. Like, You just have to roll the die every time. Alright, I know this guy can reliably kill me, because if you don't know, bird keepers in this game have what's called aggressive AI. It means they will only ever use attacking moves. They will, like, this Spearow might have Leer, it'll never use it. It'll only ever use Peck. Here's your fun fact of the day. Rocky does get a pretty big boost at the start because, like, in-game trades are actually, like, really nice. Like, I think a lot of people really underestimate how good in-game trades are, especially in, like, obviously in Gen 1. Like, some of the Pokemon are, like Dugong versus Lapras is a comparison that will often come up. And in-game, Dugong is, like, 100 times better. Because you can get Dugong through an in-game trade, whereas Lapras is just stuck at level 15 as, like, a gift from the guy. Like, it does have the benefit of being a gift, but, like, the boost, like, 50% more experience is a big deal. Like, it really is. Like, it actually goes so long, like, goes so far. Especially in, like, this game, where the boost experience kind of helps with the weird level curve around Ecruteak to, like, Claire, basically. Pew! Pidgey going pew! Does Pidgey have Sand Attack yet? I forget when I learned Sand Attack. Oops, I didn't mean to use it twice, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Even though Rocky doesn't get Rock Throw until I think level 14, it does pretty well just by resisting normal in the early game. Like, pretty much everything does like 1 to 2 damage, even though obviously its attack set is not great, but slow and steady wins the race, as it were, right? I think he gets Bind at level 10. You can see how far the boost experience is going already, though. Like, he's basically leveling up per Pokemon. It sucks that Screech can miss, but like, like having their defense is really good early on. When my only option is Tackle, like, yeah, that's literally doubling Tackle's damage. Like, of course I want to use that. Only thing that Rocky really struggles with is obviously the fact that Faulkner's Pidgeys and Pidgeotto have Mud Slap, which is like kind of sucky suck. It's a bit rough. It still doesn't do a ton of damage, but the fact that it's doing, like, it's putting a noticeable dent into you and is like reducing your accuracy really like sucks. I think what we'll do is we'll heal, and I think we'll just go straight to Faulkner. I don't need to do anything fancy. I could go buy an X item, maybe, wouldn't be a terrible idea. But I think, like I said, the problem is that Faulkner's Mud Slaps mean that there's no real reliable way to win. It's better to just use Rage and just kind of hope for the best, which is what I will do. I'm not using Totodile, so it kind of sucks that I have to give him the experience, but, like, there's just no way. You know what I mean? Faulkner's a struggle if you're pretty much doing anything else. I'll try to give him Pidgeotto's experience by just getting Pidgeotto low and then just leering. Because even with Mud Slap, it takes like a bunch of hits to kill you. Alright, come on guys, let's go. Thankfully, I don't think he'll use Mud Slap on you unless you're like he'll only use it if it's his strongest move, so he won't like Mud Slap you, generally. I don't think there's anything in his AI that'll tell him to use it. And like, even if it, like, pretty much it's just for like Geodude and Onix. And I guess for like Cyndaquil too. Because his Pidgeotto will usually use Gust. Okay, I'll scratch here. You can see how good Rage is. Like, 2-hitting Pidgeotto is nuts. We'll just scratch here and then I'll just start leering. Like, look at the difference in damage. Unfortunately, even with that, I don't think, even with the 2 Leers, I don't think Onix is gonna kill in 1 hit. So I'm gonna have to break through 2, potentially like 2 Mud Slaps. I do have Poliwag to switch to reset. Okay, good. 1. Just hit again, buddy. Just hit again. No. I guess we'll do this. This Poliwag probably doesn't live this anyways, so I just can reset. Yeah. I was slightly worried about the idea of Poliwag, like, somehow getting in there. Like, that would have sucked. Okay, just don't miss. You have 2 chances here. Please. Okay, we're good. Rocky is about to get a bunch of experience. Boom. Juicy. Nicely done. I got Zephyr Badge. Hey, I already got the first badge. Why not? Faulkner doesn't boost your level? You didn't say he did. Is it really not? Do you really not get the boost to level 30 until Bugsy? That's crazy. Like, actually, like, just thinking about it, like, that does sound like a thing. Because I know, there have been Rocky speedruns. Like, I know Worcester's done at least a couple. Long time no see. Okay, give me the Togepi. I thought about using Togepi, but I'll hold off on Togepi. Togepi's not that bad to use, like, honestly. I think, honestly, the biggest struggle with Togepi is that some of its better moves are egg moves. Like, I think it gets Ancient Power as an egg move, which is, like, really nice, but, like, doesn't really get much use of that in this game. Unless you, like, breed it. Should I do Sprout Tower now? I mean, like, yes. Yeah, I guess we'll go do it. Sprout Tower is unfortunately kind of a struggle. I might do it later. Because this early on, it's like literally my whole team, right? You get destroyed by these guys. It isn't that bad just because they're mostly like really low level. But it's still like, they can be tough. I should have put on Shift Battle Style for this actually, so I can switch between them. Yeah, Totodile can at least take a hit. And he one-shots them. And I think at this level they only know Vine Whip, so that's the only thing they're ever going to use. I can at least use Poliwag as a one-time sack. Poliwag doesn't die in one hit. And I can bubble it. Nice chip. Wahoo. I often see people saying, like, how come Faulkner doesn't use a Hoot Hoot? And I've always thought, like, well, the answer to that, I feel like, is just because Hoot Hoot is basically the Sage's, like, big Pokemon, right? He has a level 10 Hoot Hoot. So he's, in a way, he's kind of like a sister fight to Faulkner. His Hoodoo's a little weaker, obviously, because it's not evolved, but it is higher level. So it does feel like it's intended to be like they're both around the same level and you can do them at the same time. It feels like that's kind of how it's intended to be, right? Wow, that was a crit, Jesus Christ. You would crit the Onyx, Jesus. It's kind of one of those things that's kind of a shame, actually, that the remakes made this place mandatory. That you have to do it before Faulkner. I feel like that's one of the many things that, like, you know, it's just the remake's way of just, like, shoehorning you into doing everything. Some things I feel like make sense, like they make you get the radio card in Goldenrod before you get Whitney, and it's like, you know what? How many people accidentally miss that, and then they get the Kanto, and they're just like, wait, I don't have a radio. And, like, I feel like that makes sense, at least. You know what I mean? Because otherwise, it's like, because the thing is that if you get to Kanto and you don't have a radio card, you can kind of just sit there and be like, well, how do I get a radio card? And you just have no idea. If you don't remember that there were people, like, if you even talk to anyone in Goldenrod, right, it'd be very easy to just be in Kanto and be stuck. But, like, meanwhile, it's like Sprout Tower, it's like, it doesn't matter, right? You just get Flash. You don't need Flash for anything, obviously. You kind of want Flash, obviously, but you don't need it. And it's pretty obvious that it exists, right? Because it's a place to go to in this city. It's not just like compared to the radio tower where you, like, it's one NPC in there, whereas, you know, versus Sprout Tower, which is a whole area that's, like, very obviously a bunch of trainers doing stuff. I think it's kind of funny that Crystal added this patch of grass here, and then the remakes got rid of it, but then they added a patch of grass down here by Route 32, which I always thought was weird. Did I pick up an escape rope, by the way? I didn't. I guess we'll grab it, so I can get the extra items in there. I think there's a water stone in one of them. I forget which one it is, but I might as well do this, just for the stuff. It's a cute little extra thing. Like, none of the items in the ruins are particularly, like, crazy. Like, funny enough, there's another Mystic Water in there, and it's like, so you get 2 of those, and, like, none of, like, some of the other type items in this game. It's funny. I think one of them has a water stone. It's, like, one of the few sources of water stone. Like, it's, like, one of the only, like, ways to get a water stone before Kanto. Or, I guess before even getting, like, the phone number for it. You don't have to walk up to it, by the way. You can just use the escape rope instantly. Which is nice. Yeah, you get a berry. Poison cure berry. I think you get, like, energy power, and then it's like, what's the heal powder? Yeah. It's a replica of an ancient Pokemon. Wow. And you get these little messages here, which are nice. Our world. I'm terrible at reading these. I think it's our world. Wait, our words shall. Our word shall. Oh, our word shall remain here for. Our word shall remain here for the. Oh, our word shall remain here for the ages. Okay, that's what that says. Unknown are actually a decent like way to whatchamacallit, to stat EXP grind, because they give like a decent amount and they're all level 5, so the counter rate in here is decently high once you like actually unlock them. Fun fact, the way that it works in this game is that rather than like it doesn't, like, the encounters here don't turn on once you solve one of the things. Rather, the game actually has a special like bit of code set up in the like wild encounter chance, where if the Pokemon you're encountering is unknown specifically, it'll just ignore it basically until you've done each rune, and then when you do like a certain puzzle, it'll unlock certain forms, right? It'll unlock those DV ranges for the unknown. So like the unknown in here are showing up. It's just the game basically just hard ignores any unknown. Like even if you put unknown anywhere else, like through like modding the game, like unknown will not show up until you solve these puzzles. And fun fact, because of that, because of the fact that unknown in this game, they're DVs that were determine both the form, obviously, and also whether they're shiny or not, just like anything else. You technically you can have like a higher chance to have a shiny unknown by like unlocking specific letters. It's not a huge modifier, mind you. It's just it is funny that you can do that technically. I think that'll pretty much be it for the fire. I mean, I got the seed. Actually, maybe what I'm gonna do is we'll grab the seed here, and I'm gonna run straight to Mr. Fisherman. Is it Ralph? I forget which fisherman this is. Is Ralph the guy who gives you water stones? There's like 3 fisherman phone numbers in this game that are like a big deal. Because there's the one that gives you a water stone, there's the one that gives you random balls, and then there's the one that gives you the phone number for the Quillfish Swarm. I want the Quillfish number because I'm going to get a Quillfish. We're actually going to use that on my team. So I'm going to run over here and get this guy. I'm going to have to switch him out though, because I think his, he has a, what does he have? Does he have a... He has a Goldeen, I think? I forget which Pokemon he has. Actually, does Goldeen start with Water Gun? Might not get Water Gun for a bit. I don't remember what level it learns it at. I don't think it starts, does it? Well, I'm not going to take that chance. My throat's actually super dry right now. I really want to end this part, but I want to finish this first. I guess we'll just do this. I mean, I can always just sack if I want to give EXP to Onyx. It does only have Peck, I think, right now, yeah. That's fine. Nice crit. Yeah, we can give the EXP to... I actually should even do that, because it's going to have to deal with badge boosts after this, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. Nice crit. Ooh, yeah, my throat's real sore right now. Man, faster. How quaint. A lot of people don't realize, like, Onyx is not that slow. It's actually, like, decently fast, but especially for rock-type standards, it's pretty good. Hooray, our first phone number. I guess, oh, it's Ralph. Yeah, it's Ralph. This is the guy. I don't remember what the other guy, the Waterstone guy is. I guess we'll talk to this guy. You know, how would you like to have this tasting Slowpoke tail? I like kids these days are loaded. Yuck, yuck, and pick up the Great Ball here. And most importantly, other than getting the phone number for the fish, is to get to actually get the fishing rod. Hell yeah. Alright, now we just have to wait for Ralph to phone about the Quillfish Swarm. I'll probably do it off screen, but I'll probably just like... I don't know, we'll see, I don't know. Because obviously most people know about like the phone number trick where you can just change daylight savings over and over again and like to quickly do that. I'm going to end things here. I'm not even going to bother walking past this guy on screen. Because we'll do that stuff later. Oh. Yeah. My throat is sore. Holy shit. that'll be it for this part. See you guys later.